Where's my button? I couldn't find my button. I was like, I'm writing and it's like, what do I press? What do I press? Welcome everybody. How we doing? Can you hear me? Yeah, I think my mic is on. Thumbs up if you can hear me. That'd be awesome if you can let me know. Welcome to the weekly live stream. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. A nice, comfortable 23 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. 75 maybe? 76? I don't know. Beautiful day. How's everybody doing? How's your week been? Are you winning? Are you staying ahead of the curve? What's going on today? So today, I'm going to keep this to within 2 hours. All right. This is, I'm going to give myself a hard stop at 2 hours because actually right after the 2 hours, I'm going to join a friend of mine, Robin, in her live stream for a little bit. And invite you guys over there if you want to join us, but more on that later. Yeah, so I'm here for 2 hours. I'll answer as many questions as I can, and I will chat with you guys. Wow, we got 64 people in here already. That is awesome. But let me get into, before I get into the chat to find out who's here. If you're new here, let me know. I'd love to hear that. Let me know what your name is, where you're watching from. I always, whether you're new or not, let me know where you're watching from, who you are. Say hi in the chat. And yeah, I'll get into that in just a second. First, I don't know if everybody knows, but in the last year, I've had a couple of freebies that you could download from the description section of my videos. I've consolidated those into something bigger and better. I have a new lead magnet, a new free resource for anybody who's starting out on YouTube. It's down below. If you want to click on that, you can download it for free. It's called the YouTube Kickstart Kit. Something I put together. I can't remember what it is, 16 pages, I think. Some tips for you as to what videos you could start with, give you some ideas, a checklist, and a bunch of stuff in there. I'll link to Creators Cove. Yeah, so download that if you're interested. That might get you a bit of a start if you're looking for a push. If anybody is interested in coaching, there's a link for that as well. I offer one-on-one coaching. That's down below. What else do I got? Creators Cove. If anybody wants to join the free community I've created, we've got over, I think it's 1,070 or so members in there now. There's a link for that. You can join that. And lastly, there's a course that I've launched. We're in the kind of the home run, the home stretch of the early access launch. That is available as an early access product until the end of this month. Okay, so you can save yourself $200 if you're interested in getting into live streaming. I made a course on that. That comes with not just the course videos, but also a community, a separate section within Creators Cove just for course members, and also 6 months of live support, check-in calls with me and anybody else in the program who wants to join. Okay, so that is $200 off until the end of the month, and a link to that is down below. All that out of the way, how we doing? Who's here? Let me jump in and say, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, this is going to take me a while to get through. But again, 2 hours, a hard stop here, 2 hours from now, an hour and 50 minutes from now. And I hope you guys are okay with that. Jennifer Ellis. Hi, everyone. I'm new to Rob's channel. Welcome. Jennifer, welcome. Thanks for stopping in. My name is Jennifer, and I'm from Oklahoma. Awesome. Very good. Robin is here. How you doing, Robin? Good to see you. Robin Buchanan. I'm going to join her live stream in a couple of hours. To say hi to her peeps over there and to talk more YouTube. Thanks for stopping in, Robin. Let's see, who else we got? We've got Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Angela. Robin, woohoo. Nicola is here. I haven't seen her yet, but maybe I started in the wrong place. Oh, there she is. Nicola is here. How you doing, Nicola? Great channel on making food. Awesome, yummy food. Alan is here. How you doing, Alan? All right. So again, yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to add QQQ in the comment section when you post your questions. That way, it'll be easier for me to find. Mohit is here. How you doing, Mohit? One of my recent videos is doing well, almost 10,000 views. Might be there this weekend. Well done. Very good. That's exciting. That's exciting. Poodle Professor, how are you? Good to see you. Am I screaming? I feel like I'm talking really loud. Just got to calm down, right? Peanut gave up. She's already on her perch back there. All right. Okay, this is strange. This is grouping everybody's chat together, which is strange. Garth Oxner is here. How you doing, Garth? Good to see you. Lori, I see Lori is here. How you doing, Lori? Good to see you again. Sigan Moto, how are you? That's what's kind of neat about the whole channel membership thing. Like I can pick people's names out very easily because they're bolded and green. Russ is rocking O and Ho Trains and Stuff. That's a long handle name. How you doing, Russ? Good to see you here. All righty. Looking for some Escaping the Suburbs with Scott. How you doing, Scott? Good to see you. Howdy, JL. How are you? Got Someone's Garden is here. Good afternoon. From Norway. Awesome. All right, we've got Rosanny Designs is here. Hello. Silver Lining Life. Hi, everyone. First time making one of the lives from the beginning. Well done. Well done. It's challenging. So anybody who is thinking about maybe getting into live streaming, I highly recommend it. Not only is it fun, but it really helps grow your channel, especially if watch hours is what you're looking for. But more than that, it's a great way to foster connections with your audience. Where was I going with that? Yeah, making it to the beginning. So it's hard. I mean, if you want to do live streaming and you want to make yourself available to all of your audience, that can be challenging if your audience is all over the globe, right? So how do you fix that? Well, there's really, pick a time when you think most of the people who watch your videos are available. Most of them are available. So, and then once you settle on a time, let's say the same day, same time every week, then I guess naturally your channel will grow with people who are available at that time. Okay, so that's kind of the way it'll work once you get going. But in the beginning, yeah, put some thought into what, when are people watching my videos? Maybe that's a good place to start. Or where in the world are they? And, that might help as well. But yeah, so the unfortunate part of it is if you only go live once a week, same day, same time every week, then yeah, half the world might have a hard time tuning in, right? So I'm thinking specifically about people in Australia or New Zealand. I know there's a lot there who like to watch my videos, and some do join in on the live streams. I'm thinking of Catherine, for instance, in New Zealand, but the times don't often work. So for that reason, I sometimes go live at a time that I don't normally go live, like an unscheduled live, which is something I did a few days ago. So if anybody was able to catch that, that was kind of fun. I went live from an island just out off the coast here, and that was fun. Great cell reception there. I see Catherine is here. How you doing, Catherine? Good to see you. Good morning. Catherine from the future, because it would be Wednesday where Catherine is. That joke's probably getting pretty old, eh, Catherine? I've been saying that, I think, every time. Every time I do a live and I see you here. Indina, checking in. Oh, Indiana, I believe. Jedi, Jeff. How you doing, Jeff? Good to see you. Good afternoon, Brick Tours. How are you today? I'm almost there, too. A recent video has 44,000 now and has got me just 100 plus subscribers away. Well done. Silver Lining Life. That is awesome. Hi, Peanut. Yeah, she was doing her thing. The Hobby Shop. I only have under 20 subscribers. Why can't I do a live video? Well, you need 50 subscribers to go live from your phone, like from a mobile device. You need 50 subscribers before they'll let you go live. So that's a requirement. If you have under 20 subscribers and you want to go live, then you can do so from a computer. Okay, there is no minimum required number of subscribers that you need to go live from a computer. So I would try that. Otherwise, keep grinding until you got 50 subscribers. Then you can go live from your phone. All right. Your name is Mohit, is that right? Yes, Mohit from Jim. At Jim over 30. Mohit. I was in Brooks live. When was that? Yesterday? 2 days ago? And Mohit was there and explaining how his name is pronounced. So that was helpful. Thank you, Mohit. Peanut is in the house. How you doing, Chris? Peanut is posing. Yeah, that's what she was doing. Yeah, you can't do live until you hit the intermediate monetization level. Not exactly. Monetization is something totally different. That doesn't really affect live. The live streams, I've been going live since well before I was monetized, even the intermediate level of monetization, which what you're probably referring to is you can join the YouTube Partner Program before 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. That's like the main level monetization where you can earn money from ad revenue, right? But there is an intermediate level whereby I think it's 500 subscribers is all you need. All you need. I know that sounds like a big number if you're nowhere near that, but that and 3,000 watch hours, I believe is what it is. Once you get there, that's intermediate level of monetization. You can then earn money from memberships, super chats, super thanks, things like that. But live streams, you just need. I'm tripping over my words here. You just need 50 subscribers to be able to do that from your phone, or you don't need any. You can start live streaming almost right away from a computer. Monetization doesn't even matter. Hey, Vangirl Cheryl, how you doing? Shirley, good to see you. Alberta, awesome. Chappie's here. Hey, Chappie, how are you? Poodle Professor. I lost 8 subs last week. Hate when that happens. Boo. You should celebrate that, Poodle Professor. It's a good thing when you lose subs that don't want to watch your stuff. It sounds counterintuitive, but some of you may know I made a couple of videos, I think 3 actually, on that topic a couple weeks ago, last week. Whereby I was celebrating, I was dancing. I lost subscribers. Woohoo! It's okay because they don't want to watch my stuff. If they don't, then I don't want them to subscribe because they'll just drag my average view duration down and may hurt the channel. So you only want people to subscribe if they want to watch your stuff. So just concentrate on the subscribers you still have and make stuff for them. Make content for them. It's natural, right? It's natural. You will naturally lose subscribers. And in fact, the older your channel is, the more subscribers you will lose just because of it's natural. Like, if your channel's 10 years old, then whoever subscribed 10 years ago, their life may look completely different today than it did back then. So, with completely different interests, right? So at some point, people generally go through their subscription lists and unsubscribe to channels that no longer interest them. It's just natural. So don't let that bother you. It's all good. All right. Working on video day for me. That's awesome. Cool. Hi, Chappie. Chappie is here. All right. Who else we got? Chaito is here. How you doing? Good to see you. Nicola is here. Yes. All right. I'm still getting through the highs. Let me start scrolling a little bit quicker. Please don't anybody be offended if I jump over your question or your comment. I do my best to see everybody's, but I see a question right here. Here we go. Macam and Ty, welcome, has a question. Hi, Rob. I have 1,600 subs, but many were from a viral video, which was an interview I did with an expat, not my normal video type. Should I start a new channel concentrating on my original niche? 1,600 subscribers. So yeah, I guess this kind of highlights the danger. Danger might be a strong term, but it highlights the pitfalls, I guess, of veering away from what you want your channel to be. If you definitely want your channel to be about something. If you make a video that's different than what you will normally want to make and it blows up and does really well, now you're going to get a whole bunch of subscribers looking for more of that stuff. So yeah, I guess your choices are, I mean, you could make a video that, I guess it depends on where you're at with your other subscribers. Like, of the 1,600 subscribers you have, how many are from before that video, right? I mean, you may want to start a new channel, yeah. And if you do, I would probably make a video explaining what you're doing and say, hey, I know a lot of you came here because of this viral video. I'm going to keep making stuff like that on this channel. But for those of you who liked my previous stuff, we're switching gears and I'm starting a new channel where I can continue that conversation. If you're interested, go over there. You know, you might want to look at doing something like that. Then you're, above board. And because, yeah, the bottom line is you don't want subscribers in your channel who are there for reasons, or for videos or content that you no longer want to make. But now you don't have to do that. I mean, you could just, naturally over time, if you no longer make any more of those expat interview videos, that was a one-off and you get right back to making your old content. Eventually, those people who are only there for the expat stuff will leave, okay? It's just that it might take time, okay? And during that time, you may convince them that, they like your other stuff too, right? I'm sure there's probably some overlap as well. So anyways, as always, I didn't give a black and white answer there. It's really up to you and what you want to do, but I hope that helps. Let's take a quick look at the poll. I did a poll here. I set that up yesterday. Let me share my screen. Does that work? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that message was there from last week. So yeah, here we go. So here's the poll. What's your go-to drink during these live streams? Coffee or tea is winning at 41%. Water, 33%. Oh, that's cool. Okay. And something cold and fizzy, 18%. Cheers, something else, 8%. Last time I looked at this, 110 votes. Okay, last time I looked at it, there were 8 votes. That was before I went live, maybe an hour ago. And water was way down. The cheers was 0. Something cold and fizzy was number 2. I have flavored water is what I'm drinking. I used to drink a lot of energy drinks, but I kicked that habit. That was a hard habit to kick. I was drinking 3 of those a day for several years. I don't like coffee or tea, just the taste. I don't like it. It's just not my thing, but I've got nothing against caffeine. So caffeine, I believe, is your friend. It's a wonder drug. So I was getting my caffeine from energy drinks. Not so much now. So I got over there was a bit of a headache. Going to say about a week, maybe half a week, a few days anyways. A couple of headaches when you're so used to way more caffeine than you should be having, and then you give it up cold turkey, which is the way I did it. I end up with headaches, but I got through it. It's all good. That's got to be close to 6 months ago now. What am I even looking at here? What am I? Oh, yeah. So there you go. 42% coffee and tea. We'll see if that changes over time. Alrighty. Just move this back up here. And we'll get back to the chat. Hey, from the UK, David. How you doing, David? Good to see you. Trudge on through from Michigan. Welcome. Jessica Stites from Sacramento. Welcome, Jessica. Joe Walsh from the Eagles is here. Bet you've never heard that before, right? Been watching so many of your videos, I'm getting a Canadian accent. Awesome. That's a pro in my books. That's a win. We'll call that a win. Mike is winning. How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. Week is good. Having the best week for my channel ever. Monetization seems possible in a few months. Way to go, Mohit. Keep doing what you're doing then. Not a question, but agreed. Please don't feel like you have to go 3 hours every time, man. I don't know how you do it. Iron Man, avoid the burnout before it hits. Yeah, so just a couple words on that. So yeah, I did a video. For those who haven't seen it, I made a video a couple days ago. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? I made it the day before. Anyway, on an island, I kayaked to, made a video. Actually, I went live first on that island, and then when the live was was done, I made this video where I had no notes, no cue card. I had an idea what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the stages of a YouTube journey, typical stages. What are you going to go through, right? You're going to start by grinding. You want to build your channel. Actually, you're going to start probably with just trying to get comfortable talking to the camera. Anyways, I had all these ideas. You're going to start that way. You're going to grind a bit. You're going to chase that monetization. If you get there, awesome. Woohoo. Oh, wait, that's not such a big deal, is it? Okay, we'll start, grinding again. Maybe you start building a business on it. Maybe it's coaching, whatever it is. But at some point, I think you're going to reach a point in time when you're really busy and you're thinking, how do I want to, what do I want to do now? How am I going to scale this further? Or do I even want to? And if I want to, how the heck am I going to find more time, right? So these are the things I wanted to talk about, but I was just meandering all over the place. And luckily, you guys didn't seem to mind, or the people who watched the video didn't seem to mind. So yeah, that's what that video is all about. I ended up talking a lot more about burnout and stuff than I had planned on. And I just wanted to set the record straight a little bit here. I'm not burnt out. I'm good, and I thank everybody for your concern. I'm having a blast with this. That said, I can see how people can get burnt out. If I kept up this pace indefinitely, then perhaps I might be looking at burnout. But I think burnout in the true sense of the term, I think it's an overused term. You may feel tired and stuff, but sometimes you're not really technically burnt out. You just need to take a day off or go to bed early or sleep in a little bit, right? That might fix it. If that fixes your burnout, then you probably weren't burnt out. So yeah, I don't think I'm close to that, but I'm to the point where I need to start thinking, where do I want to go with this channel, right? I'm having a ball with it. It's like a pet project. And I love helping people. That's what I'm trying to do in my videos, and I want to keep doing that. And I'm starting to wonder, is there a more efficient way to help more people, right? Does that look like group coaching? Does that look like, I don't know, more live streams, less live streams, but more concentrated live streams? Maybe less videos throughout the week. I don't know. But again, I love making the videos. I filmed one today. I filmed a video today. I haven't even... No, I did. I airdropped it to my computer, but it's still in my downloads folder. I haven't done anything with that. I went out early this morning, made a video, but I'm telling myself I'm not going to, maybe last week I would have I'm going to put that out tomorrow. But no, I'll wait. It might be Thursday, it might be Friday, it might be Monday. I don't know, but it's not very long. But yeah, so that video is on being mindful of your viewers' time. And what kind of brought that on is, again, the video I made a couple days ago was 34 minutes long of me just kind of rambling on, right? It was a lot. It was rudderless, as we would say in the sailing world. And that's the way I felt. But, hey, it was kind of an experiment too. Do people like this? And a lot of people did. A lot of people didn't, right? I get feedback on all sides, and I appreciate that. That's great. But it got me thinking, a lot of people ask me, how long should a YouTube video be? All right. Valid question, especially if you're starting out. How long do I need to make my videos? And I've said before, you guys have probably heard this, only as long as you need it to be to get your message across, whatever you're trying to do, whether you're sharing a story or you're teaching something, whatever it is, don't make it any longer than it has to be. That's generally my go-to answer. But it doesn't mean you can go, or you should go out and make 30-minute videos every single day and post them every single day. Now you're getting into, are you asking too much of your viewers to spend 30 minutes of their day with you every single day? Probably, right? So I asked my subscribers, my viewers, to spend 34 minutes with me yesterday. So now I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I should give them a bit of a break. My next video won't be so long, right? And I think it's going to be less than 10 minutes. I think I recorded for 12, but there's got to be a couple minutes there where I can either cut it out or it took me a while to get going. I can't remember. But yeah, so think of that. Think of that. Try to be mindful of the time you're asking of your viewers. I like to think of it this way. Think about yourself. Who do you spend your time with? In the run of a day, who are the top people you spend your time with? right? It's probably a spouse, kids perhaps, parents maybe, and then maybe you get into coworkers. I mean, that may not count because more often than not, you're forced to be with coworkers. You got to go to work, right? But like, who are the people that you choose to spend your time with? Spouse, kids, family, close friends, perhaps neighbors, right? People like that. Now, for some people, that list of people might be, maybe you only have one or two people you choose to spend a lot of time with. Maybe you have 10 or 12 or more, who knows, right? But my point is, think of those people and then start thinking about your viewers. Put them below them. So how much time, if you are willing to spend an hour a week with a neighbor, okay, and they're number 12 on your list, let's say, then it's your use. So then I wouldn't ask any more than that of your viewers to spend with you, okay? You're starting to monopolize their time if you start asking them to spend more time than that with you. So anyway, I tried to talk about that a little bit in today's video. So why am I talking about it now? I don't know. See, that's what happens with a 56-year-old mind. It just it wanders, rudderless. I don't know why I was talking about that. But anyways, let's get back into the chat. Nicola Chappie, hit the thumbs. Awesome. Hey, we've got no thumbs down yet. That's a win, right? Hey, Robin, how are you? Out in Vancouver Island. Good to see you here. Trudge on through. Hit that like. Only if you like it. I wouldn't ask you to hit the like button if you're not enjoying this content. Sharon in Cincinnati. Whoa! Okay, I've never seen that before. There was like 10 likes just went poof out of, like an explosion of likes came out of the eCam. That was kind of funny. How do I get that? How do I record that? I like that. So it must do it every, 10 seconds or so, and have a whole bunch of people there. Another 2 happened right there. That's cool. Anyway, we're up to 58. Awesome. Joe Walsh, back from Connecticut. No problem, Robin. Looking forward to 4 p.m. Jennifer is new. My first live stream. My name is Jennifer from Oklahoma. I think I already said that. What? Yeah. But welcome, Jennifer. Yeah. Sometimes eCam doesn't pull in the chats in order. But anyhow, that's all right. Not new and from Germany. AI League. How you doing? Good to see you here. Connie from Austin. Welcome, Connie. Royal Rooster is here. Roseanne, New Hampshire, catching a sneak peek while at work. Don't let them catch you. Connie from Super Ager in the Hudson Valley, New York area. Welcome. Mariella is here. Learning lots. Rob is the best. Ah, shucks. Thank you. Here's a question. Silver lining. How long did you wait before starting lives? I could do them now, but thinking I should wait a bit. Still in early growth mode. The thing is, how long did I wait? I'm going to say it was around a year. I was nowhere near 1,000 subscribers. I think I was 300 or 400 or something like that the first time I went live. And I was nervous, really, really nervous when I did my first one. But I loved it. When I was done, it's like, wow, that wasn't so bad. There wasn't a billion people waiting for me to show up live like I feared there would be. So there was, in fact, nobody. A few people showed up. Like I think I had 4 maybe throughout the 90 minutes. I was prepared. I had something to talk about, something to demonstrate. So I highly recommend you do that. But how long should you wait? It doesn't really. Here's the thing. It's the same thing with videos. Your first videos on your channel are not going to be what causes your channel to blow up and grow a lot, okay? Your first videos that you make on your channel are for you to learn how to make videos. That's it. Same thing with your live streams. It's for you to practice. But with live streams, you're practicing something a little bit different. You're practicing talking to the camera. I think live streaming is a fantastic way to practice talking to the camera, which a lot of people have a ton of trouble doing. So if that's you, if you have trouble looking at the camera and you forget what you want to say, live streaming is like a forced way it's forcing you to do that. So force yourself to do it. Understand that nothing bad will happen. If you mess up and you trip over your words, it's all good. It's okay. In fact, people enjoy that, right? Because in a lot of cases, what I find, and maybe it's because of my niche, but a lot of people who watch me are wanting to do this same thing. You want to make videos, you want to go live. Right, if I mess up, and I'm sure you've seen in some of my videos that I will make mistakes and I'll leave them in. I just see Nick is here. How you doing, Nick? Welcome. One of my mentors. You don't know it, but you were one of my mentors. I learned a lot from you over the years. So thanks for stopping in. Anyways, so I would just do it. Go live. Your goal is not to attract a whole bunch of people right away and grow your channel right away when you're first starting out. I would just look at it as practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. And it's a fantastic way to do that. So there you go. That's what I would do. When you're ready, when you feel comfortable. Belgian guy, how you doing? Good to see you. Griffer the camper van, hey, how are you? Catherine, got Roadworthy Classics. How you doing? So I'm going to try to keep, what did I do? I keep doing that. I keep doing that with my mouse wheel. If I roll the wheel, my screen goes, anyway. I'll try not to do that. I just can't have the mouse hovered over that when I do that. Lucy, how you doing, Lucy? Good to see you here. All right. First timer here. Go Avs. Professional Masterclass Series. Are you the one that was asking me about my Nordiques hat? Somebody was. Sometimes when I make videos, I'll wear my old Quebec Nordiques hat. I used to be a Quebec Nordique fan. That's hockey. It's a team that doesn't exist anymore. It hasn't existed in 30 years because they moved to Denver and became the Avs. So, that's funny. I'm not sure if that was you, though. All righty. Greetings from Ireland. Welcome. Simply Be You in Philadelphia. That's me, Professional Masterclass says. Awesome. Cool. I've never been to Denver. I kept following the Nordiques when they moved to Denver, Colorado, for a year or two. They won the Stanley Cup the first year in Denver, and I found that a bit of a bummer. It's like, crap, I've been waiting my whole life for them. My whole life. I was in my early 20s, I think, at the time. For them to win, and then they leave, and then they win. But anyway, it's all good. Got a new member, Storybrooke Home Creations. Welcome, new member. Thanks for stopping in. The next dock party is not tomorrow, but next week. For those who don't know, that is my members-only live streams that I do every second Wednesday. Okay, if you become a channel member, you get to participate in that, and then I will be able to answer all questions because only around 15 to 20 people show up to those, so it's a nice, close-knit group. And but other than that, it's pretty much the same as what we're doing here today. I'm excited too, Robin. That'll be fun. Alexander's here. Awesome. Sig and Moto. Hope's Homemade Kitchen. Alrighty. Lori's here. Mike is here. Okay, I'll answer that question. How do you deal with the struggle between a YTS, 3 minutes, YouTube short, and making it a long form? How do you deal with the struggle between YouTube short and making it a long form? I've not really had that struggle. I don't focus on shorts at all. Shorts are not a big part of my strategy. I typically recommend, pick one, pick either longs or shorts to get good at and run with that is my advice, mainly because they're both hard to grow a channel. It's hard to grow a channel with long form video. It's hard to grow a channel with shorts. And they are two different types of videos with two very distinctly different audience types. So those who watch long form videos don't typically watch short form videos and vice versa. Yes, of course, there's overlap, but generally speaking, if you focus on longs, then don't worry about the shorts and vice versa. So I haven't really had that problem. I've made a couple shorts here and there, but my focus is longs. Okay, the only shorts I have really are ones where I just use a tool like Opus Clip to create them automatically from my long form videos. Long form videos that were doing well, I'll use Opus Clip to, create the shorts. So that's really all I've done. So I can't think of what struggle are we talking about here. You can make a long form video that's shorter than 3 minutes, right? Just because your video is less than 3 minutes doesn't mean it has to be a short. It can be long. Like film it horizontally. I did that a month or so ago. I made a 59-second video and made it into a long, not a short. So yeah, Nick says Opus Clip is great. Yeah, I love it. It's super easy, especially for people who maybe don't want to focus on shorts. And when I say focus on shorts, I mean if you want to put all your effort into editing a nice video that is designed to be watched and rewatched, over and over again and be a successful short, okay? If you just want to use your shorts to maybe promote your longs, which is kind of the way I looked at it, then you don't need to spend much time at it at all. Like literally with Opus Clip, it took me, I got to say it's less than 15 minutes. You upload, you paste in your YouTube URL, you click a button and you wait 15 minutes and then boom, there's 30 shorts. You can choose which ones you like, download them, upload them to YouTube, done. And a short you can upload to YouTube and also Instagram if you want, or TikTok or Facebook Reels, whatever. It could be you can upload one video to all of those platforms if you want. So, and I've done that, but I've never noticed that it really helped my channel. Not to say it won't help yours, but yeah. So my focus is on longs. And the other thing is too, I mean, you need a whole lot more views on shorts to make any amount of money with shorts, right? Like if RPM, right? Revenue per 1,000 views. So the money you earn on YouTube from YouTube AdSense, I'm just talking about YouTube AdSense right now. The money you earn from them, they typically measure it in RPM, how much money you make per 1,000. I think I typically average around $7-8 RPM, something like that. But my shorts make more like 6 cents per 1,000. Okay, 6 cents versus $7. Okay, huge difference, more than 100 times difference. So you need millions of views in shorts to make any amount of money with that. If that's your goal, maybe that's not even your goal, right? Which is totally fine. Laura from Connecticut is here. Hello, Laura. Alexander has a question. What are some the free, readily available editing systems to a beginner? The first one that comes to mind is iMovie. That's free. It's on iMovie on Mac. Sorry, I'm trying to read 3 different things at once. iMovie is free, a free video editing app if you have a Mac. Okay, if you are on a PC or a Mac, actually, you could try DaVinci Resolve. That they have a free version of that, which is fantastic. DaVinci Resolve is super powerful. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I've used it. I find it a little bit harder to use. Or learn, sorry, a little harder to learn, but it can do a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. You can make Hollywood movies on DaVinci Resolve, and I think a lot of companies do use DaVinci Resolve for the color grading for Hollywood style movies, right? So yeah, it's super powerful. There is a paid version if you want to upgrade. The other one, the one I like to recommend because it's the one I use, it is not free though, and that's Camtasia. I've used Camtasia for years. Didn't really start out as a video editing app. It was more of a how to make presentations look good, right? Sharing your screen, adding picture-in-picture, overlays, things like that. But it has graduated into kind of a full-blown video editor. Maybe it doesn't have all the top-end features that some of them, like DaVinci Resolve, do, or Premiere Pro, or Final Cut Pro. But a lot easier to learn, I think. But I've been using it for many years too, so I hope that helps. Alrighty. How's everybody doing? How are we doing for time? I got to watch the time. Oh my God. 45 minutes in already? How am I going to cut this off at 2 hours? I have too much fun doing these. How was your kayak trip back the other day? Not too bumpy, I hope. All the best, Paul, the London cab driver. Well, Paul, it was bumpy. I had water coming in behind me. The waves grew while I was out there. So what happens is there was no wind when I went out there, but then when the southwest wind fills in, that's when we get waves coming this way. So the waves help push me back, which is kind of fun because I get to surf them, right? Like you paddle like stink to get your speed up, and you in a wave kind of, you surf a little bit on these waves. But my kayak, you may have noticed if you're a kayaker, is just a lake kayak. It's nothing extravagant. It's not an ocean kayak at all. Just a lake kayak, just a piece of plastic basically. And it's only 10 feet, I think. So yeah, the waves were, I mean, the waves weren't 10 feet high, but you know, they're significant waves coming in from the ocean. And yeah, so just got to be a little bit careful. And I had my, anyway, I had all my gear, but I had it in a dry bag, so it was all good. I was soaked, but, and some water did come in, but it's all good. Water temperature is still pretty warm. It was fun. Alrighty, Sophia is here. How you doing, Sophia? Costa Dimes from Quebec. Visited Nova Scotia once. It was beautiful. Awesome. I visited Quebec, and it's beautiful too. I love Quebec. Or Quebec, sorry. Chuck from Kansas City. Welcome. Retirement Unmasked. Great content. Really learning a lot. We started our channel last week and struggling, but all good. Awesome. Yeah, the struggle is real. The struggle is real, but have fun with it. It's so important to have fun with it, because then if you're not having fun with it and you're struggling with it, like what fun is that, right? Yeah, you need to enjoy it. Mike Oit, first live stream session with you. Excited to hear what you have to say. I hope you're enjoying the content. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see now. Mohit has a question. I'm getting close to 1,000 subs. Do you think after that point, watch hours is more important than subs for monetization and AdSense? Should my CTA be to ask to watch another video? All right, that's a good question, Mohit. That's a good question. So here's the thing. How do I want to say this? Because you're asking which is more important. I mean, let me say this. As soon as you do get monetized, you'll probably stop caring about watch hours altogether. All right. I'm speaking from experience. I was obsessed with watch hours. I had a spreadsheet all set up where I could track it month to month. I had it figured out how many watch hours I needed to average every day so that I could, get the required per month. 4,000 divided by 12 months is, I think, 333. That's how many watch hours per month you need to average over a year. So I broke that down by day, 11 hours a day. All right. If I had a day that was like 7 hours, like crap, that's a bad day. I got to make that up. Let's start doing live streams, get lots of watch hours from that. And I did. Keep making videos. The watch hours started. But then I noticed, wow, like once the watch hours started to grow, they really started to grow. I was in the 2,500 to 3,500 watch hours range for like over a year. But then I went from like 3,800, boom, through 4,000, and then it was 6,000, then it was 8,000, and then I had a viral video and it took me to like 30,000 or something watch hours in a month, and then you just don't look back. And then I started looking at it. It's like, why am I even tracking this? Like, it doesn't even matter now. It's not like you get paid for watch hours, because you don't. Watch hours, yes, are important in that the longer people watch your videos, the more YouTube thinks that's a good video, so they'll push it out more. So it's good in that sense, but there's no reason for me to be tracking that. What I think becomes more important, and what I switched my focus to at the time, was views, just number of views. Simple as that. Because what does every video have in common? Whether it's 2 minutes, 5, 8, 10, 30 minutes, 60 minutes long. Every video will have an ad at the beginning. One ad at the beginning. Some, if they're over 8 minutes, can have more ads, right? You can have mid-roll ads then, okay? But really, how many people are going to see the mid-roll ads? If you make a 10-minute video, I don't, it depends how, you have to look at your retention. How long are people watching your videos for? That number might be 10%. Maybe 10% of the views you get they actually see also a mid-roll ad. It might be less than that. Who knows? That's my gut feel. So knowing that, I'm thinking, okay, it's that initial view. It's that initial ad that's the most important if we're talking about how much money we're going to make. Okay, you want to get your views up. How do you get your views up? So then, the focus switched, because then I started to think about my own viewing habits, which was, if I'm searching for something on how to do something, if I'm looking for help with anything on YouTube and I'm searching for this thing, when YouTube gives me a bunch of choices based on my search, and I see a whole bunch of choices here, I'm usually going to go for the quickest solution, right? If I have a 3-minute option, a 5-minute option, and a 20-minute option, I'm clicking that 3 or 5-minute one every time, not the 20, because I'm busy. I'm busy. I don't have much time. If they all take 20 minutes, it's like, okay, I'm going to have to watch a 20-minute video here. But, unless it's somebody that I really enjoy watching their stuff and I already know them, it's like if I search for something, and here's my list of choices, and, 3-minute, 5-minute, 20-minute, oh, but 20-minute, hey, that's my buddy. Yeah, I'm going to watch that one, right? If you know, like, and trust them. But failing that, I'm going for the short option, okay? So I then put that thinking into my own creating thinking, and, why make long videos? Just make them short. As long as people want to watch them, as long as I'm delivering value, a short video is just as good as a longer video, right? If they watch it all the way through, then YouTube will push it out more, right? And there's more chance people will watch a 4-minute video all the way through than a 20-minute video all the way through. Okay, that's where my thinking switched to. So I've gotten way off topic here. But so whatever you're thinking about now, because it's funny too, because I get it. I totally get where you're coming from. 1,000 subscribers, chasing that 4,000 watch hours. I want to get monetized. But I will tell you, like, when you get monetized, that's an awesome goal, and congratulations. That's awesome, because not many people get there. But it's not life-changing money that you're going to start to earn, right? The work continues, and it's all good. You got to enjoy it. It's nice to be earning something, but your focus will go away from the watch hours at that point. Should your CTA be to ask to watch another video? That's another question, but I don't do that. I know some people do. Some people will say at the end of your video, now, if you enjoyed this, watch this one next. I don't ever get into that, because I don't know what's going to be shown up there, because I don't dictate what gets shown up there. Okay? I can, right? When I upload a video, I can set what video shows here, but I choose not to. Instead, I choose to just let YouTube take care of it. And the reason I do that is because I think YouTube is going to put a different video up there for everybody who watches my videos, okay? The video they suggest to viewer A could be different than the video they suggest to viewer B. And it all depends on what YouTube thinks viewer A and viewer B should want to watch next, based on what their viewing habits have been, what they've been watching. If you've watched this, this, and this, then I think maybe you're going to want to watch another one of Rob's videos, and probably this one. Right? So I just leave that all to YouTube. Like, it's in YouTube's best interest to get that right. They're going to want to put the right video up there for the viewer. So they're doing their best. However they're doing it, I have no idea. They've got these things called algorithms that figure it out, and they keep putting little rules in these algorithms. Okay, if this, then that, right? All these computer terms, and they're building these algorithms to try to get it right. Right? They want to make sure they put because YouTube wants you, if you're the viewer, YouTube wants you to keep watching videos. If you're already watching one of mine, YouTube probably thinks you want to watch another one of mine. And if you've been watching, I don't know, how to get monetized, and I have a video on that, they're going to think, oh, well, then maybe you want to watch this one. So I leave it up to YouTube. It's in their best interest to get it right, to keep you watching, because if they do get that right, they're going to earn more money. They're going to earn more money from their advertisers, because they're going to be able to show more ads to you, right? So, and the money I make as a creator is directly proportional to the money YouTube makes, right? They pay me, 55% of all the ad revenue they collect from the videos, from the ads shown on my videos, right? So directly related. So the more money YouTube makes off of my videos, the more I will make. I'm just going to let them do their thing. So for that reason, I don't get into the CTA. I just let YouTube handle that. The only time I'll get into a CTA is, my CTA is usually trying to get people to comment below. That's what I want. Just comment below. I don't usually ask people to like and subscribe. I think that's, today I think that's kind of implied. If somebody likes my video, they're going to click like. Sometimes I guess people need reminders, I suppose, but for the most part, people know. And for the most part, people know to subscribe if they want to see and hear more from me. So I don't usually do that, especially not at the beginning of a video. Don't do that at the beginning of a video. How do you know if they're going to like your video before they've watched it? All right, let's move on. We have a super chat from John Poublon. Thank you, John. I really appreciate that. Much appreciated. Let me scroll down here and find that and put it on. There we go. Put it on the screen. Hi, Rob. Big fan. Think to start a channel, but it's hard to pick a niche. I love talking about philosophical topics, but the niche looks saturated. So, John, it probably is. But here's the good news. Every niche is saturated. Every single niche you can think of is saturated. There's nothing you can... I challenge anybody to come up with something different that hasn't been done yet on YouTube. Right? There are videos for everything. So that's not what's going to set your videos apart, trying to come up with something new. I don't think you can. It's too hard. So whatever it is you're thinking about making videos about, I would do that. It's got to be something you're passionate about, something you're good at, maybe good at, or wanting to get good at. Either way, there's our first thumbs down. What did I say? What did I say? We celebrate thumbs downs here. Not that I want a bunch of them, but kind of trying to prove a point that they don't really matter that much. It's okay. It's all engagement. So thumbs up to your thumbs down, whoever you were. It's all good. Where were we here? Yeah, everything is saturated, John. So I wouldn't even worry about it. 2 more thumbs down. Did I start something bad here? I wouldn't worry about that. What's going to make your videos successful, or your channel successful or not, is you. You're the difference maker. Information is... I've been watching videos on AI lately, and information is becoming... eventually we're not... Who knows? I don't want to repeat what I've seen on videos, but a lot of people are saying that like how-to videos, things like that, like just regurgitating information, is not going to be required by creators anymore, because AI is just going to know everything. You could just go to AI to figure out how to do something instead of like buying a course or watching a video on how to do something. You could just go to AI and ask, right? Or videos will be made by AI, perhaps, right? So all that said, what is there to make your videos different than everybody else's? And the answer is you. You're going to make them different. That's why I think it's so important for us to put ourselves in our videos. And I'm thinking of you, AI League, if you're still here. I know you've got a faceless channel, and a very successful faceless channel. So you are, I think, the exception and not the rule. I think for the most part, faceless channels are harder to grow. But obviously, it's possible to grow them. But for the most part, I think if we use our likeness in our videos, on our thumbnails, and use yourself as your brand, you become the difference maker. Because now, people aren't going to be just tuning into your videos just for the information you're providing. They're going to also be tuning in to see you, right? And to see what you have to say. You're going to start to build a connection, okay? So whatever it is you want to talk about, philosophical topics, I think that's great. Do it. Maybe it's been done before, but it's never been done before by you. All right? Maybe that's the best way to put it. and you can bring your own flair to it, your own personality, and there is a group of people out there in the world who are waiting for you to do that. So your tribe is out there waiting for you. Don't keep them waiting. I can't claim that. I heard that. Somebody said that, and I loved it. I can't remember who it is or who said that to me, but I love the way they put that. We have another super chat. I hit the wrong button. Let's try it again. Try that button. JLF777. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And he says, I'm so new, but having a blast learning while producing my videos. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that you're having a blast with it. That is so important. There we go. God's A to Z adventurist. Yeah, that is so important to have fun with it. Yeah, because it could be a long road, like all depending on what your goal is. Not everybody's goal is to build a business out of YouTube. A lot of people just want to do it for the fun of it, and that's fantastic. But whatever your reasons, make sure you're having fun with it, because there will be, especially if you get into the, looking at the numbers and watching your subscriber count and watch hours and all this stuff, if it's not growing the way perhaps you think you should be growing, then it can be disheartening and frustrating at times. So just try not to let that stuff bother you. And to put it in another way, to add perspective, if you are trying to grow a YouTube channel, you're probably watching videos on how to grow a YouTube channel. Okay, and you've probably come across some success stories, okay, of how people have grown YouTube channels. Perhaps you've gone down the rabbit hole of how much money can I expect to make once I hit 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers, right? I've made videos like that. Lots of people have made videos like that. You start watching videos like that and like do it. I'm not telling you not to watch those videos. I mean, they're very inspiring. But take them with a grain of salt, because, and I'm not saying they're not true. I mean, there may be some people that stretch the truth, but for the most part, I'd like to believe that the information those types of videos are providing is the truth for them, for that creator. But just take them with a grain of salt, because every creator grows at a different rate, okay? Not only that, but if you're watching those types of videos, YouTube is going to present you with more of those types of videos, right? You watch those more, and then they're going to present you with even more. So before you know it, you're watching tons of these videos, and maybe after a week, you've seen so many of these success story videos. Somebody's making $5,000 a month after their first year. Somebody else is making 6. Someone else is making 4. But it's all different, but they're all making money. Well, it's because you've been watching those videos. A couple things. Number one, all these success stories, YouTube will keep serving them up to you if you keep watching those types of videos. But also number two, people who are not successful with YouTube typically aren't making videos about it. Okay? So when's the last time you saw a video of somebody saying, after 5 years on YouTube, I haven't made any money, and here's how you can do the same thing as me? Right? Oh yeah, I want to watch that. Yeah, no, they don't make those videos, or not many people do. I'm sure somebody has. If nobody has, then maybe that's a new idea for an untapped market, but I don't know who would want that. Anyways, you get my point? So the more videos you watch, and that's why I kind of chuckle to myself every once in a while when somebody says, anything, drawing a blank now, but just anything. If you formulate an opinion about how YouTube works, about anything, because of the videos you've been watching, well, it's because those are the videos you've been watching, and YouTube is serving you more of them. YouTube isn't in the habit of, oh, well, if you've watched this one that hypes this up, you probably want to watch this one that tears it down. I don't see YouTube doing that. It's not going to show you both sides of the coin. If you're interested in seeing the head side of the coin all the time, it's going to keep showing you heads, not tails. So how's that for a metaphor? That just kind of popped into my head. That is mine. I made that. Oh, getting tired. Oh, we got a couple more super chats. Steph, press the right button here. Steph Does Fitness. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. And you just said, "Hi Rob, awesome channel." Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. And we've got Joe Walsh. With another super chat. Joe Walsh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And do you have a question here? The picture next to me is the x-ray of my back after the 5th surgery. Will that help with my niche of talking about life with chronic pain? So, not as an avatar picture, no. I don't think so. Well, first of all, I couldn't tell. I can't tell because the avatar pictures are small here. But if you want to make a video talking about chronic pain and back issues and whatnot, I would include pictures of that in your video, throughout your video, absolutely. But kind of have to, look at what your channel's all about. If your channel is about that and it's you sharing your story, I would lean towards your avatar photo being a photo of you, like your face, so people can get to know you, right? That's what I would do. And then your photo of your x-ray can be throughout the video, or even in your channel banner. You could put it up there if you want, like maybe your face and a picture of, some x-ray photos. That might work if that's all you're going to talk about in your channel. But if it's just one video, I would just put it in your video. It could be part of your thumbnail, I suppose, right? But yeah, I don't think I'd put it in your channel avatar. All right, L4, L5, Chris says, Joe, that sounds like vertebrae speak, which I'm not familiar with. Rob, if you're monetized, etc., and you have stickers and supers turned on, where does Super Chat revenue show up? Is it the same place as AdSense revenue? Paid the same way too? Yeah, so yes, it is the same place. In your YouTube studio, over on the left, there's a tab there called Earn, or I think it's called Monetization before you're monetized, but then it's called Earn. You would click there, and that's where you get all your revenue numbers. And it's in your analytics, and you can look at how much you're earning. You can break it down by supers, like super chats, super thanks, membership revenue, and AdSense revenue. It breaks it all down in the same place, even though you can earn from supers, at 3,000 watch hours, and then not AdSense until 4,000 watch hours. It's still all the same place. Yep, that's where you get that. Ruth is here. How you doing, Ruth? Good to see you. She's here for the x-rays. There you go. Question from Heartily Happy. Are you aware that vidIQ always offers the option to create shorts quickly from long-form content? No, I'm not aware. I'm not aware you could do that with vidIQ. That's interesting, though. Yeah, no, I think more and more people, or not people, companies are starting to get into that because it's kind of an AI thing. And of course, AI is exploding all over the place. Yeah, it's hard to stay on top of all these tools, and I'm not even really trying. Perhaps I should do a little better job than I am, but no, I did not know that. And I do use vidIQ. How much time do you spend averagely ready before shooting the video? How many points you mentioned in your cue card? How do you write the cue card? Well, I don't always. So the video I did on Sunday, posted Monday, yesterday, I had no cue card, no bullet points. And the video I did today, same thing. I didn't even take a cue card with me, even though it was shorter. It was just a simple question I wanted to talk about or answer. But generally, if I'm writing up cue cards or a cue card, usually it's just one, to take with me for bullet points. It's different. It's all over the map. A typical amount of time, I might say an hour or 30 to 60 minutes, let's say. I'll spend, once I have the idea, I'll then try to sort my thoughts out. Like, okay, if I want to talk about this, then what are the main points I want to talk about? And I usually write them down on a pad of paper first, like here. And I'll write all my ideas down, and then I'll think, okay, now let's just summarize this on a cue card. What are the main points? And I'll put it on a cue card. And that's it. So less than an hour, and then I'll go outside and I'll film it. Yeah, so that's usually what it takes. Joe says, I posted a few videos of when I was a stand-up comedian years ago. Should I leave them on my channel? One has 1,500 views. Depends what you want your channel to be about. If you're going to continue talking about or doing stand-up comedy, then yes. But if you're not, if you're doing a complete turn and talking about something else, those 1,500 views aren't going to help you, right? At all. So, like, once you have a view, because I've heard people talk about this before, like, I don't want to lose these views, so I don't want to, delete the channel. Like, if you've had views, you've had views. They're gone. Like, you've had them, they're gone. It's not like you can earn ad revenue off of those views after the fact. Unless that video is still getting views, okay, then that's a different story. But if it's already got the views and even the watch hours, like, that doesn't even really matter. Watch hours disappear after 365 days anyways, in terms of getting monetized. So, yeah, no, even if I had a channel that was me being a stand-up comedian, and, even if I had, 1,000 subscribers and I had some videos with, 5,000 views on it, if I then wanted to make videos about, spinal surgery or whatever, I would not put them on that channel. I would start a new channel because my comedian viewers aren't going to want to watch that. And the people interested in the, spinal videos aren't probably interested in comedy at that point, right? So separate, totally separate. And I don't even mean just by separated playlists within the channel. I don't get into that either. Just separate channels. Otherwise, your content will drag the other content down, and neither will get ahead. Okay, so that's what I would do. Hey Heidi, how you doing, Heidi? Good to see you. My DJI 2 was delivered this morning, and I already tested it on my phone and iMac Air. Is it possible that the Mac Mini... Sorry, where'd that go? Is it possible that the Mac mic quality is good just on its own? I can't hear a difference. I would say probably not. No. The mic in your Mac is not going to be anywhere near as good as the DJI. If you don't hear a difference, I suspect you did not capture the audio in your or from your DJI mic is probably what happened. Or the way you're listening to it back is not a super high quality way to listen to it back. Maybe you're listening to it back through your Mac's speakers, which also don't tend to be that good. Right? So, but if you listen to it back in headphones or even AirPods or whatever you have, over your ears, that would be a better indication. Then you'd be able to tell a difference. And if you still hear no difference, then I would say that your DJI mic was not picked up. So whether it wasn't plugged in properly or you didn't have your Mac set up to use that mic, and once you plug it in, you want to go into your settings of your Mac and just make sure you have the right mic selected. Okay, make sure you've got your, if you're plugging the receiver directly into your Mac, make sure it's selected and not your internal microphone. So those are my quick thoughts on that. Once you get it working, though, you're going to love it. I know you are. All right, Lucy, I started a brand new channel even though I had thousands of views on my old one, but they were of concert video with copyright claims, so I thought best to start fresh. You thought right. That's a good idea. Yeah, definitely a good idea. The Quiet Nomad with Monica. When you're making videos, how do you balance filming what you find meaningful versus what you know the algorithm might push? Do you ever sacrifice one for the other or blend them? Thanks. So this is something you're going to struggle with a lot. I do anyway. But what I'm finding is, we have to change this mindset. It's not that the algorithm is going to push anything, because it doesn't. It's people, viewers, who are pulling stuff. Okay? Push, pull. Algorithm doesn't push anything out to anybody. Viewers are pulling what they want to watch. Okay? So But now, how do you get found? Does your video get found? You can start with titles, right? Titles, good thumbnails, that gets the click. But once people are in and to watch your video's got to hold the viewer watching your video. Okay, you need people to keep watching your video. So no, I don't think. In the past, I think I did. In the past, I probably did a little too much chasing of what I thought might be, topics that people might be interested in, and spend a little too much time on the keywords. A lot of times, I don't like my titles now. I don't focus that much on the keywords anymore. I mean, that's probably a lie. There's a lot of stuff going on when I'm trying to figure out what title to use, but I always circle back to, you just got to get people to click your video and then get them watching it. If you think it's a good video, right, you got to get people in there. Don't trick them. Like your title and your thumbnail has to be related to what you talk about in your video, right? You can't, otherwise it might be considered a clickbaity thumbnail, right? And it's funny. Some people get upset. Oh, that's clickbaity. I don't like that. I don't like clickbait thumbnails. It's not something you really have to get upset about because the creator is kind of shooting themselves in the foot anyways. Because clickbaity thumbnail, there may have been a time where that worked, but it doesn't work anymore. Right? So no matter what keywords you put in there or what you put in your thumbnail, right? If it's clickbaity and you don't follow that up, you don't back up your thumbnail and title with the content you put in your video, people won't like it and they won't watch your video. They'll leave, right? And the fact that they're not going to watch your video, on average, most people aren't going to watch your video, right, beyond 10 seconds or whatever. YouTube notices that and they're not going to push that video out anymore. So because somebody creates a clickbait thumbnail and title and then makes a video that is just unrelated, or they tried to get the click, oh hooray, you got the click, but guess what? No one's watching your video anyway. They got there, saw what you actually were delivering and left. So you did yourself no favors, right? So that was a bit of a tangent, but anyway, worth saying, I think. What the algorithm might push, what I find meaningful versus what I know the algorithm might push. I think less and less about the algorithm, what it might push. Again, it's not pushing anything. I just think about the audience. I think about the audience. What do my viewers want to see next is what I'm always asking myself. What else do they want to hear from me? What else do they want to see from me, right? And I try to answer that question when I am thinking about what other videos to make. And then I can, try to massage the title a little bit so that it makes a little more sense. I try to put some thought into the thumbnail to make sure it jives with the title as well. But they have to, that's the promise, and I have to deliver in the video. And if I don't, people aren't going to watch. So I don't know if that helps, but I hope that answered your question. Oh, here's a good question. Mariella, how you doing? Can you explain what is the option to hype videos? Does it make a difference? So I haven't done any more research on this than from last week, but I can tell you basically what I said last week. Hype is like a super like. Okay, hype. If you've seen that, it's another option. When you're watching a video, you can hype that video. Okay, it's only available for channels, they say small channels of between 500 and 500,000 subscribers. So I don't consider 500,000 subscribers a small channel, but I guess YouTube does. So on small channels, hyping a video is an option. Now, it's like a super like or a love, if you will. If you really like a video, you can hype it. But be aware, you can only hype 3 times in a week. Okay? Only hype 3 times in a week. So it's almost like currency. You can only give out 3 in a week. Now, when you hype a video, that's another metric now that YouTube can use to try to figure out if it's a good video or not. The more, logically thinking, the more hypes a video gets, the better YouTube is going to think that video is, especially if it's coming from channels that are larger if they are hyping, because all hypes aren't equal either. If you get a hype from a larger channel, I think this is the way it works. That hype is worth more than a hype from a very small channel. I think. Don't quote me on that yet. Once I am sure I know how this works, I'm going to make a video on it. I'm not quite there yet. But yeah, generally speaking, that's what I know. And actually last week, I don't know if I haven't noticed Ty here yet, but my friend Ty Myers let me know last week that you can actually buy more hypes. If you spend all 3 in a week, you can buy more from YouTube. I didn't know that, and I haven't seen that since, but that was what he was saying last week. So keep a watch open for that. And if anybody else can confirm that, I'd love to hear it. So there you go. Oh, and you can see how many hypes you get in your analytics. You'll see number of hypes and hype points. So again, you get more points if the hype comes from a more established creator. Alrighty. John, I have a quiz channel about a game. I have been uploading daily. There are days when I get 1,000 views, and there will be days that I'll only get 20. What do you think happens? It's impossible to say, John. It could be your content is probably different with every video. What your topic is about, how often you upload probably has something to do with it too. Daily seems like a lot. Uploading daily videos. Nothing against that. If that works for you, then great. But my initial thinking is that, wow, you upload videos daily? That's a lot. I'd be interested to know how long your videos are. If they're only a couple minutes long, then daily's fine. Or if they're shorts, daily's fine, right? Because they're short. But if you're making 20-minute videos, you're starting to get into the area of now you're asking your viewers an awful lot to give you 20 minutes of their time every single day. So that was my first thought. Carolyn, how you doing? Is there any reason I should not use the furry muffler on my mic indoors? It was so hard getting it on. I hate to take it off if I don't need to. Well, points to you for calling it something I've never heard it called before. I like that, furry muffler. So here's the furry muffler Carolyn's talking about. Is that in focus? Yeah. So this is the one for the DJI mic, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little plastic part there that clips on. See that? If I take a mic out, you can see how it works. You just you snap that on to, let me hide my face so it focuses on this. You snap it on to that right there. Okay, furry muffler, cool. Also known as a wind guard or wind muff or dead cat. Right, Peanut? So there you go. Now it's attached. So I'm messing around now. Your question, is there any reason I should not use it on your mic indoors? It really doesn't make a difference that I know of. It sounds the same with or without it. The only thing this thing is good for is stopping wind noise from getting into the mic. And when I say wind, not just wind outside, but that's the obvious one, but wind from your mouth. Like I wouldn't talk like this without it, because like B, P, P, or P, like those plosive type consonants, when you're saying them, you're blowing little bits of wind. That will distort the sound that the mic is picking up, okay? That is what these things stop. So, but I mean, if you wear it here, like that's where I wear mine, my mouth is up here and out. So I'm not blowing anything into this. So indoors, I don't need that. I don't need it. If you think you might accidentally brush up against it or, maybe keep it on, yeah, no. Well, in the course that I just made, I made a bunch of videos here, and I had to use this mic. I did not have this on in here, in this office. So yeah, it doesn't change the quality of the sound at all. At all. Okay? Now, when I'm outside in the wintertime or shoulder seasons, when I need a sweater or a jacket, I will put it here and then put my sweater on so it's under my sweater. And a sweater acts almost like another wind guard, right? So, and I haven't noticed any, maybe I'm a little quieter, I suppose, but you can boost that, right? You can boost the gain when you're editing to bring that back up. But it's not a lot quieter. I hardly notice any difference if I have this under a sweater like that and you can't even see it. So, yep, there you go. Oh, thanks. So maybe it will block the air from my air conditioner too. I heard it called a dead cat, but I hated to call it that. Yes. Yeah. Whenever I call it a dead cat, I try to whisper. Somebody in here that might not like that. It's not going to stop the sound of your air conditioner. Okay, that could still get into the mic. It's going to stop any sudden like air bursts into your mic. So like I've got, actually I don't think the air conditioning is on right now, but when the air conditioning is on here, that does not get picked up by this, whether or not it's got this on. Okay, so that it doesn't, or like furnace noises or anything, any motors going like that. This isn't going to make a difference at all, this little furry thing. But what I had a thought there. What was, these mics are really good at not picking up background noise because of the volume of your voice. All right. Like if I had this mic way over here and I was talking, you'd hear more of an echo because it's far from my mouth. But if I have it right up here, I don't have to talk as loud and things are going to adjust so that it's only picking up my voice. And to do that is bringing things down so it won't pick up that lawnmower outside or the air conditioning that's on or the cars that are going by on the road out front. Like it won't pick those up unless the mic is far from my mouth. Alrighty. All about the alternative. There are channels that do videos every day, 30 minutes to 1 hour at a time. Most of them have 100,000 subs or more though. Well, there's always going to be exceptions, okay? Always going to be exceptions to the rule, and there's no rules. I guess my point, any advice that I give or experiences that I share, I do so to try to help people grow their channels. There's always going to be exceptions to the rule. Like there's, some people are more entertaining than others, and they're going to be able to grow a channel much faster than other people. Okay, some people are just more engaging. They're more interesting to listen to, right? And they're just better at presenting themselves in videos. Those videos will have a better shot than people not so used to it, right? So, if you have a knack for talking, and people just love to listen to you, right, and listen to you talk forever, for hours and hours, then perhaps you could get away with making a channel like that where you make hour-long videos every single day. But, if you're not established and you're doing that, then I just feel like it's going to take a long time to grow that. Yeah, sure, you'll eventually find people who like that kind of content, but it might take you years to get there. So, anyway. But good point. Great point. Alrighty, where are we? We are going to take a drink. What's been going on in the chat? Have I missed anything? Anything exciting that I've missed that you want to bring me up to speed on? You're welcome at Pot It Like It's Hot. Pot It Like It's Hot? Is that somebody's? Yeah, it is. That's a cool, I like that channel name. Thank you for your reply. That is a cool channel name. Holly Van Wall, Discovering Life Unlimited, has a question. What do you do if other people currently need old videos on your channel that are unrelated with your current niche? I have to leave them for work, but I think they're hurting my current. Yeah, they could be hurting. If you have to leave them for work because your work linked to them, if that's the case, I would unlist them. Unlist them so that they're not, readily available for everybody to see on your channel. But if you just unlist them, any links will still work. So if your work has links to those videos, they won't be broken. They'll still work. You can unlist them. Okay, that's what I would suggest, if that's possible. If they haven't linked to them, and for your work, people need to see them on your channel, that's another issue, and that's a problem. That's a problem. If you then want to make videos in a different niche that's completely unrelated, I would start a new channel, is what I would do. Daily versus 3 times a week versus 1 time a week. Sometimes depends on the style of videos. I did eBay videos, and if I was selling 5+ items per day, I could easily do daily Monday to Friday, and the subs would be happy. Yeah, you're right though. It does depend on the content, absolutely. And it depends on your audience, what they're willing to give you, right? If your audience is generally, busy professionals with young families, they're not going to have a whole lot of extra time. So then it might be a little more important to consider their time. But all right. Question. You missed my question. I'm going to miss a lot of questions. I'm sorry. And I don't have a ton of time today. I got 29 more minutes. But feel free to ask again. I do my best. Pot it like it's hot. Do you think a real picture is better than a cartoon profile picture? That sounds like a loaded question because I'm looking at a cartoon picture here. You've got a cartoon. The proper answer is it depends. Okay. My personal belief is that you should use a real picture unless your channel is a cartoon channel. If your channel is a cartoon channel and this picture I'm looking at, a bearded guy with a plant, if you make cartoon videos, then that's totally fine. Or if, I don't know, if you have a comedic angle to your videos, if there's comedy in there and then maybe it's okay. But in most cases, what I believe works the best is if people can relate to you. And not many people can relate to a cartoon, but they can relate to a real person. So that is my gut feel. That's what I think. But again, it's going to come down to what kind of videos are you making. Question, had you planned out ahead of time your ending to that video that just went and just stopped the video right here? Boom, dark screen. It was pretty effective. Yes, I did plan that. Actually, surprisingly, well, maybe not surprisingly to you guys, but surprisingly to me, a lot of people didn't like that. So that was too abrupt. I did not enjoy that. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. Good to know. Feedback accepted. But a lot of people thought it was really clever. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a clever thing to do. And yes, so that was planned. In fact, I think I took 5 takes of that section. And several people also noticed that I was basically doing laps on a small section of that trail. I just kept going back and forth. And someone said, like, how many times did you walk by the same place? Or how many times did you turn around? A lot, like 6 or 7, I think. I don't even remember. But there was a lot of people on the trail, and I don't like making videos when I'm walking past people. So if I see someone, I'm walking this way, and I see someone coming towards me, it's like, okay, someone's coming, turn around, let's go this way. So I did that several times, knowing I could edit it together. But it was a pain to edit. But anyway, yeah, no, I planned that. I hope you enjoyed it. I know some people didn't. DG Outdoors, sorry I'm late. No problem, DG. Daniel, right? Daniel, welcome. Congrats on going live, by the way. That was exciting. Good for you. Nicola prefers a real picture. There you go. I don't like selfies. Get someone else to take the picture. Then it's not a selfie. It was somebody else taking it. Yeah, no, it does take getting used to. It absolutely does. It was planned. Yeah, it was planned. I am in a September challenge with my tribe, and we are making daily shorts. That's hard enough than making full videos. I do need to make longer videos, though. Yeah, you know what? I think challenges are great, and I may have been saying lately that I don't think you should make daily videos if they're longer because you're starting to ask for too much time of your viewers. And that's kind of what I've been talking about a lot lately. But that said, a challenge like that is really good to do early on when you're getting used to making videos because it's practice. It's fantastic practice for making videos. If you force yourself to make a video every single day for 30 days and upload it, you can't help but get better at that whole process. The planning, the ideation, the planning, the recording, the editing, uploading, all of it. You will get super fast at doing that. And at the end of the 30 days, then maybe you can settle into what you think makes more sense long term. But you will have gained some skills, and you will have gained speed at those skills. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea at all. But for long term, as a long-term strategy, I question it. But again, it depends what your content is about, depends on how long your videos are, and it depends ultimately on what your audience wants, right? Maybe they want to see you every single day, right? They may. All right. Grab another drink here. I got 20 more minutes. Hope you guys are all right with that. But like some people told me, doesn't matter what people think. Just leave. Nicola's got a question. When my latest video is gaining traction, do I wait a few days to post another, or just keep going with a usual 3 days between the next post? That is a good question. I tend to lean towards let your well-performing video breathe a bit, right? Maybe don't post that next video even on the day you were going to, if your well-performing video is still getting a bunch of views, right? I'd keep an eye on that because you don't want to cannibalize it, is kind of the way I look at it. Like, you know, if your video is still getting lots of views 3 days later, then it's probably starting to get some views from non-subscribers, right? And if you then upload another video and you've got 2 relatively new videos potentially in front of people, you know, YouTube's only going to show one of yours, not both, on anyone's home screen. That's one thing to keep in mind. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the way I look at it. You know, if you say you normally post every 3 days, then you know, maybe wait till the 4th day, right, and see if that video is still going. Maybe wait up to a week. I think after a week, I would post. I wouldn't wait. If you've got a video waiting, I wouldn't wait longer than a week. Even if that other video is still doing well, I would post that next video. So but again, that's just me. And this is the type of thing that you can try over time. Handle this in different ways over time, maybe. So, alrighty. Question. I do custom models, working on setting up my lights and camera. Your thoughts on my present step-by-step slideshow video? Your thoughts on my present step-by-step slideshow videos. Should I put my voice on a mix of me on video with the slideshow? Yeah, I can't. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. Honestly, I can't really comment on your own. Like I don't do channel reviews here. So I can't really get into the specifics, but you can absolutely do slideshows with your voice if you want. I feel like if you put your face in your videos, it might be better. People will be able to relate to you more. Almost like right, you take your camera with you and you're talking to the camera some, and then you're showing some things, right? A little interactivity like that might be good. But slideshow videos. I don't know what you mean by that. Slideshow, to me, a slideshow is photos, but then there's videos. So I wouldn't do a slideshow of photos and just a voiceover. You know, I don't know how engaging that would be unless you make it really engaging somehow. But a video with voiceover is absolutely acceptable. Absolutely. But you know what? Try different ways and see what works. The ultimate answer is going to come from your viewers. Maybe not directly, but indirectly. Are you getting views or not? Right? And if you're not, then look at doing it in a different way, perhaps. Question. Oh, here's a question. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Rasu. I'm sorry if this has already been asked. Just joined a couple of minutes ago. Does it hurt to upload long form and short? They are both in the same niche, fantasy storytelling. This is an interesting question because a lot of people have been saying, if you're a long form channel, don't do shorts, they'll hurt your channel. I don't necessarily believe that myself. I don't think it would hurt your channel, but I feel like a creator's efforts are best if you focus on one or the other. Okay, what do you want your channel to be? A long form channel or a short form channel primarily? And focus on that, because it's hard to get good at both. They both have different audiences, right? So if I were you, I would pick one and just focus on one, like 98% of your time. And then other 2%, maybe you can do the odd short form video if you want. Notice the way I said that. I focus on long form, and short form, every once in a while I'll do one, just for branding purposes, basically. So yeah, but I don't think it hurts. But I know some people say it does. So ultimately, you have to find that out for yourself, the types of viewers you have and the content that you have. Here's a good question. When I think that my video isn't going to get a lot of views, where'd that go? Okay, should I still post it? Yes, 100%, absolutely, yes, you should. Was I clear? Yeah, you should, if even if you don't think it's good, because, in a lot of cases, none of us think our videos are good, but you post it anyways. Remember, you're not making videos for yourself. You're making videos for your viewers. So what you may or may not like is irrelevant, really. It's what your viewers think of your video, right? You may have an idea based on how you feel about the video of how you think others will think, but you're looking at it from a completely different perspective than your viewers are. So you really don't know. You really don't know until you post it. And the only way to find out, somebody just told me a couple days ago, who was that? Somebody. It was somebody. Said that there was a video they were going to delete, and they decided not to, and then it blew up, like a little bit later. It blew, and I want to say they've got over 100,000 views on a video that they were going to delete because they hated it so much. Okay? So that right there to me is a lesson that, just don't try to get your own feelings out of it. But you do have to look at your videos and try to see why your videos are not doing well or are doing well. You'll never know if you don't post it. Okay. So that's like putting a lot of effort into making a video that you're then not going to get any data back from. And YouTube is not going to be able to get any data from it because you didn't post it. So definitely post it. I think I've given a lot of arguments why I think you should. Only good things can happen. No bad things are going to happen if you post a video that doesn't do well. It just won't do well, and that's that, right? You're moving on to the next one anyways. So there you go. How do you stay motivated when your content gets little to no views? My channel is only a month old, and I upload weekly. Just wondering if it's worth the effort to keep going. Your channel is only a month old. You got to enjoy it. You really have to enjoy it. I'm sensing that maybe you don't enjoy doing this. If you're only doing it for results, that's probably the wrong reason. You have to enjoy doing this, or it becomes easy to quit. And I think most people who start YouTube channels end up quitting because they're doing it for the wrong reasons. They're not, maybe not wrong reasons. They want to start they want to start making money from it, but it's not happening as quickly as they would like. And so they give up. And, put it this way. How do I want to put that? There's a quote there. There's a brilliant quote somewhere in my mind, and I'm having trouble formulating it. And it's not even mine. Somebody else said it, but 100%. What is it? 100% of channels. I'm butchering this real bad. Basically, if you quit, you're not going to succeed. Your channel, 100% of channels whose owners gave up don't succeed. 100% of them. Did I say that right? I don't know. Somebody clean that up for me. Oh my. I might be getting tired again. Hey Rob, still missed the beginning. That's all right. It'll be there when we're done, and you can go back and watch it on the replay. The joys of video on demand. Brooke's back. How you doing, Brooke? Let's see. Fangirl Cheryl, thanks Rob. I started the challenge in August when many in my community were looking for a project. More than anything, we've developed a strong support group and network. Awesome. That's the name of the game. Awesome. Hello from Texas. Johnny Ray, you're welcome. Hey Brooke. Hi Brooke. Brooke, you're popular. Question. When a nature channel is small, what's the most overlooked factor that keeps viewers from subscribing? If you could touch on this a bit, would be great, as you are the father of content creation. I'm the father. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Well, I don't have any experience with nature channels, but most overlooked factor, this sounds like a test question, like an exam question, that keeps viewers from subscribing. Well, if we reverse engineer it, why do people subscribe? People subscribe if they want to hear more from you, okay? More from your channel. If they want to see more videos, they'll subscribe. If they're not subscribing, perhaps they don't want to see more, or maybe you didn't make it obvious enough. I usually say you don't have to ask for subscribers. Ask people to subscribe because it's implied. But if that's a problem you're having, you could maybe get in the habit of that at the end of your video. If you like this content, feel free to subscribe, and then you won't miss my next one or something like that, right? You could do that. I don't, but you could. I like to. I don't know. I feel like the focus shouldn't be on subscribers. The focus should be on making videos that people want to watch. And I know one tends to lead to the other, but it is a different way of thinking about it, right? What time is it? 3:47. It's a different way of thinking about it. So if you just focus on making content that people want to watch, if people watch it and they watch it all the way through and they enjoyed it and they want to see more, they'll subscribe. And even if they don't subscribe, there's a good chance YouTube is going to put your next video in front of them anyways, okay, if they've watched a good portion of your video. So that's one thing that's not talked about a lot either. Some people think that, oh, you're not going to see any more of my videos unless you subscribe to me. That's not true. If you watch all my videos, even if you're not subscribed to me, YouTube is going to notice that. And when I come out with a new video, I'll probably show up on your YouTube homepage or suggested next video to watch, right? It doesn't matter if I'm subscribed or not, or if you're subscribed or not. So anyway, I hope that helps. Heidi, I set a goal to learn something new with every video, either in scripting or editing or thumbnail creation, etc. It took 3.5 months to really get anywhere, so hang in there. Great advice, Heidi. Great advice, and you're killing it over there. I love that you're going live too, Heidi. That's awesome. Keep doing that. Brooke literally just posted a video this morning talking exactly about that, the low views, staying motivated thing. Awesome. I'll have to check that out. Awesome. Yeah, it can be discouraging. It can really be discouraging if you're not getting the views you think you deserve, right? And sometimes you have to find that motivation just to keep going, and it starts with enjoying it, right? Don't burn yourself out. Don't stress. Just kind of move on, and also don't focus too much on a video that's not getting the results that you wanted. Right? It happens to me all the time. I'll do a video and it doesn't get the results. Like, wow, I thought that was going to do a whole lot better than that. Now it's kind of flatlining, but that's it. I notice, and that's it. I don't dwell. I'm already moved on to something else. Right? That's what this journey is all about. You move on. You're a creator. You just keep creating. So that's why you need to enjoy it, because there is no end to this. Really, that's not the way I look at it anyways. It's a lifestyle, really. And you have, anyway, I've said that I don't know how many times today. You have to enjoy it. I sound like a broken record. You got confidence to start. Awesome. That's the name of the game. You can do it. Posted a short on my other Dutch channel about an hour ago. Gaining views. Channel is connected to the same Gmail. Very strange. I must have missed something there. Question, my PFP is totally unrelated. PFP? Personal face picture? I don't know. Which is edits of cars and athletes. Is the PFP a problem? PFP. Profile picture? Profile? It's a lifestyle. 100% agree, Rob. Yes, Brooke. 100% it is. Delete and block them, Catherine says. Oh, what did I miss here? The Carver family? My number one question is, how do you deal with the negative comments, especially on live streams, especially when it's on your looks? Okay, let me find this one, because that's an important, here we go. All right, yeah, thank you, Catherine, I noticed it in your comments, and then I went up and I found the comment, so this is good. Especially on live streams, especially when it's on your looks. How do you deal with negative comments? Yeah, exactly what Catherine said. You delete them. You just delete them. Here's the thing. You have options. You can delete and block, which if it's just negative comments on looks, perhaps it's not block, or it's not. I said block. I meant report. It's if they're not breaking rules, then it's not worth reporting. Delete is my go-to. Okay, I'll get negative comments all the time, daily. I get negative comments. I delete them. I used to hide, which it's not block, it's hide. I used to hide comments, say a year ago when I was just kind of getting going with this. And hide is more like a nuclear option, right? If you hide somebody, they don't know they're hidden, but you no longer see their comments or chat comments on any of your existing videos or future videos. You don't see anything. In addition, nobody else sees anything either. No other user will see any comments from anybody you've hidden on your channel. Okay, so they're kind of gone. They don't know that. They can still make comments, but they are the only people in the world that see them. So they may just start to think, why am I being ignored? Right? So that's what that does. The reason I don't do that as much anymore, or I don't even remember the last time I did that, is because if, let's say and maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way, but I feel like maybe somebody has a bad day and a year into the future, maybe they're a changed person and they're nicer now, and maybe they would not have said that now, or they won't say that now, what they said back then, whatever it is. But now they can't post, right, on my channel. And let's say they reach out to me and say, hey, like, I must be blocked. Like, what's going on? Well, in order to unblock or unhide them, here's what I would have to go through. I would have to, because there's no automatic way to do this, I would have to go back into all of my, first I would have to unhide them. And then I'd have to go into each of my 300 and however many videos I have on my channel and go into the comments section of all 300 of them and go through all the comments searching for that username to see what they posted that I did not like that caused me to block them. I don't keep a log of where that comment was. So that's what I would have to do. Am I going to do that? Absolutely not. I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? So no, I can't do it. So why did I just do that? That was bad. So that's why. That's why I don't do it. My thinking is that if I just delete somebody, if I delete a comment now and not hide, then if somebody really has a problem with me, they're not going to hang around, right? They made their bad comment and then they're probably gone, right? They're gone. They're not going to return. Even if I come out with a new video, why would they return? They've already said they don't like my stuff, right? So but if they do return and they become a problem, then yeah, hide is an option. So, but all of that said, try not to let it bother you, because remember, it's a reflection on them, not you. All right, you're not doing anything wrong. In most cases, when somebody comments negatively, it's a reflection on them. There's something wrong in their life. Maybe they're going through a bad time, right? Could be family issues that they're having. Whatever it is, it could be job related, but whatever it is not your problem. They're having a problem. They're taking it out on you. That, or they're jealous of you, right? They could be jealous. So I would just delete it. Or if you feel more inclined, you can hide them. But that's my take on it. I got 5 minutes. I hope that's all right. All right. Quick little drink here. Not a problem, Carver family. Let's see. Ain't nobody got time for that. Love it. That's a meme I'm sure a lot of people have seen. Oh, I forget who suggested it, but this just came in the mail today. I was talking with somebody that suggested this book. I'm going to give that a shot. I don't read a lot. I read a lot on the internet, but not usually books, and that's kind of thick. But I'm going to give that a shot. I would like to get better at storytelling. So I ordered this from Amazon. Whoever you were that suggested it, if you're here in the chat, thank you very much. I'll give that a shot. But yeah, I want to get better at storytelling. I think that's a huge skill that can help grow your channel. If you can get good at storytelling, it's only going to help. It's only going to help. That's a great way to keep people engaged and watching your videos for longer. If you can intertwine a story, like if whatever it is you want to teach or talk about, if you can wrap a story around it the right way, and presumably this Matthew Dix is going to teach me the right way to do it, that should only help grow your channel. So there you go. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Steve Brocky's still here. How you doing, Steve? Brooke is still here. 2 hoots, you cracked me up. Hi, Steve. There he is, Steve. I'm not really, well, where'd it go? I'm not really had a negative comment, but I couldn't give 2 hoots. Okay, when I get, yeah, all right. Great, perfect attitude, because it doesn't, when I first got it, I mean, you typically don't get negative comments. Well, I shouldn't say that. In my experience, the way it worked for me, I didn't get them until I started to have a little success and my videos started to get some views. Then the negative comments started to come in, but it's always a very small percentage, right? But yeah, at first I took them to heart. It's like, well, what am I doing wrong? How could I have done this differently so that I would not get a comment like that? But the more I thought about it and the more I saw other videos about it, I began to realize, you know what? It's not me, it's them. It's not you, it's me, right? So, Steve, you can't give 2 hoots. That's perfect. It's a bit more blue offline. I can picture you saying that in your accent too. Your Scottish accent. Love it. I pin my negative comments. I'll let everyone see they're showing their side. That's right. That's a good idea. That's clever. I like it. You know what frustrates me though? And then I'll probably have to go. I want to share a link with you guys first before I go. If anyone wants to join me over on Robin's chat, that's where I'm going next, and I'll leave a link, Robin Buchanan. No, what I was going to say is, yeah, what's frustrating, I find, if somebody leaves a negative comment, but perhaps I have a way of responding that I think is maybe clever or trying to make them feel, I don't know. I'm never confrontational. Okay, if there's a negative comment and, sometimes I'll say something like, I'm sorry you feel that way, have a great day, or right? Like I never engage with that because sometimes that's what people want who are leaving comments like that. So I don't engage, but sometimes if I come up with like a clever response that I think maybe my viewers can learn from, as in how to handle stuff like this, and I might spend a lot of time going through it, it's like, yeah, I think that's a good response. And then I might check back maybe the day later to see, and the dude's deleted it. right? So if you respond to somebody's comment and the original commenter, perhaps they're embarrassed that they even said it and they delete that, it deletes your response too. So I found that frustrating. So now what I do is I will respond and then I'll take a screenshot of the comment and the response in case I ever decide to make a video about it, right? That's just something I do. Let me find this link. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going to send you guys, I am going to put a link in here. If I can find it. Come on, where'd you go? Here? Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure this works. Yeah, waiting. Okay, so she's not live yet, but that did work. So copy. Here's where I'm going next. A fellow Canadian is going live, Robin, and I am going to paste a link to that. If anybody wants to join and kind of continue the conversation, I'm going to go over there for maybe a half hour or so. I might have a quick little bathroom break before I show up there. Give me 5 minutes. But there it is. See if that works. That's where I'm going. Robin Buchanan is her name, fellow creator. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today. Sorry again if I didn't get to all the questions. I did as best as I could. Enjoy. If you haven't already, check out my YouTube Kickstart kit down below. You can download that for free. If you are interested in joining Creators Cove, you can join that for free. Link below. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching, there's a link below. We'll learn more about that. I offer that as well. That said, look for another video from me Thursday or Friday morning. It's already recorded, so no stress. It's not going to take me long to edit that. I could have it out tomorrow, but I'm going to make you wait. Hope that's all right. So yeah, 4:02. Oh, I've gone 2 minutes over already. So thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Go check out Robin Buchanan's channel, and perhaps I'll see you over there. All right, guys. Cheers. Peace. Bye.